Okay, let us check a quick setup options that we have got once you purchase our software. All you have to do, go to the basic settings, and then from here you start off by creating a company. You come to the company setup tab and then you create company. Here in the company setup, you select the company type. It's a limited company, or what is the accounting currencies. Do you have branches? If you are maintaining branches, then yes. What's the financial year beginning, the year-end date? What is the closing starting date of the business? Are you a VAT registered? And then here you enter all the tax details, so VAT number, CST number, excise registration number. You have the basic informations about your business closing, that this name will appear in all the customer invoice, so you have to select the name what you want to show display in the invoice. You've got the bank details and any other registration number you've got. Once you create the company, then you come to the GL accounts and ledger tab. This is where we set up the GL accounts, your ledger accounts. So in closing, we have already given you all the GL accounts, all the ledger accounts that you possibly might need. However, you can always go and change. For example, let's say you want to change this employee loan account. You can just go and view and just name it as employee advances or anything and save the informations. And also you can create a new accounts by just clicking this create button. The way we have arranged the GL accounts, it's a quite scientific way. So all your assets starts with 1, and then your liability starts with 2, and then all your revenue account starts with 3, and then your direct cost account, which is your gross above the gross profit margin, is 4, and then all the overheads are 5. So the way we have designed the accounting system is a quite scientific way. It's easy to download this format so that you can analyze in Excel, and also you can always pull out your reports and you can filter out which are the overhead accounts that looks quite similar. Let's say for the example entertainment cost, you can check these two accounts are in the same place. So likewise, your travel expenses, you can check all your travel expenses related accounts. It's in an order. So if you are creating a new account, add create button, but just check which area you want to add this account code, so that it's a lot easier for you to maintain your business. One another thing which is quite important is Subledger account. For example, if you have got fixed assets where you will have an assets number, there is a master data behind this account, you will be clicking the Subledger account. Likewise, if you are having a trade debtors, where there is a master data of trade debtors, you will have many different customers, you will click the Subledger account, so that it means this GL account cannot be used for journal entry. However, you will have to put the entries in the customer account. Likewise, for employee account, trade creditors account, these are Subledger accounts. The way you click the Subledger is just while creating an account, you click the Subledger options. That means this account cannot be used to process a journal entry. If you want to process a journal entry, you have to process into the specific trade creditors account. For example, XYZ or any suppliers you have got as a creditor, you specifically enter that against that supplier. In the same tab, you have got document number range. These are the document number that will appear while you create a customer invoice. This will be the default number that will appear. If it is prefixed by INV and then a running number, so that means that's the way it will come up in your invoice. So if you wanted to change any of these documents, say for example cash sale transactions, you wanted to prefix by anything, then you will just type it here, and then that will be prefixed by this running number. So these are the default document number already been set up for the business. If you wanted to change the number range and you wanted to change the series, you can always come back here, document number range, and change the series in this place. One another cool features we have given with the system is your text setup. In India, all the text setups are under the text setup options, optional setup, and you can see all the possible text codes that you might come across is already been given. For example, if you wanted to change any text percentage from 10% to 12%, you can always come and change it here and make it 12. Just change the description to 12 so that you know it's a 12% while selecting an entry. And then this text is also assigned to the text account GL. So whenever you process a 12% send part, it will hit the GL account code. So likewise for VAT, anything you are selecting, just make sure it's been assigned to the GL account code. And this calculation basis is based on invoice value. That means you are calculating the tax on whatever the invoice value you're putting 1% or 10% on those invoice value. Some of the tax like CVD or basic special additional duty, or it could be education cess. This kind of tax is either on service tax or an excise duty or in SENVAT. So it's been set up in such a way that the tax is calculated automatically whenever you enter an excise amount. This percentage of tax will be calculated automatically by the system. Yeah, we will know more when we come across in processing an invoice. Then another important features that you will become setting up in the system is the fiscal period. We have already set up the default fiscal period for the year. So for example, it starts from April 2015 to March 2016, and this shows which period are open. So that means whatever is ticked, these periods are open to process. So anything you wanted to lock the period, you just simply untick this button and that period will be locked, so that you cannot process any invoice or any postings in April. So you have a fiscal period as well as the period locking options under the basic settings.